Yo, what is going on, people? Welcome to Throw Down Your Questions, episode 374. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
What's up, people? How's it going?
Chris Seeley.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero.
Yo, yo, yo.
Adam Vale.
How you doing?
And Brian Manjoma.
What up, what up, what up?
All right, we already know. Back with another one. Brett may join us. He may not join us. This is always a surprise of Throwdown.
He could be stuck in a flood somewhere.
He could be, even though we were playing with him like half an hour ago, me and Chris, you know.
He had to go. He had to go eat.
Nah, he had to go eat. He got to do his, his bud,
Yeah, he got very upset when I made fun of because he's like, oh man, you haven't had real hot dogs until you come here. I'm like, dude, you're bragging about hot dogs?
No.
Really?
The what?
Yeah, hot dogs, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
I mean, you haven't had real hot dogs when you have only had your hot dogs in Podunk Nowhere.
Yeah. No, but I'm like, you shouldn't brag about hot dogs out of all things.
Yeah,
you know?
it's not like the best of meats out there.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, you get pig ass. It's like, all right, bro. Like that's not
our pig ass tastes better than your pig ass.
Yeah, and then he was saying like, oh, but you like pepperoni. I'm like, that's not a hot dog. That's pepperoni. There's a difference.
Yeah.
The better cut of meat. So I just find that very funny. Brett was getting very defensive about hot dogs. Hot dogs.
Well,
Chicago deep dish.
Yeah.
No, the Chicago dog is pretty famous.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, I could understand getting defensive about deep dish. Deep dish is fucking good. It's not pizza, but it's good. But hot dog, like whenever I hear gourmet hot dogs, I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Really?
It's
like saying gourmet chicken nuggets. I love chicken nuggets.
It depends on the sausage. I mean, if you're gonna use those shitty ass Oscar Mayer shits, then then. But if you're gonna use like a schnitzel, not schnitzel. What do you call those?
But that's then that's a proper sausage and not a fucking hot dog.
Yeah, a sausage and a hot dog are like two different things.
Yeah, they may look the same, but they're different.
Well, the hot dog itself, the dish is just a bun with the sausage in the inside.
Yeah, but it's a different cut of meat, though. Isn't that what makes it a hot dog?
Yeah.
No, it can be any cut of meat as long as it's a sausage type of meat.
So why is it called a hot dog, not a sausage?
Because hot dog is a dish, sausage is a meat.
What?
People call wieners hot dogs, and that's where you get it confused. That's not the technical name of a wiener. Yeah. It's a sausage, not a hot dog. But people call it hot dogs because they use it on hot dogs.
Okay. Either way, hot dog is not premium meat. That's all I'm saying.
No.
All right. Anyway, before we get anybody more hungry, let's start the show.
You get hungry?
Yeah. Right. No. People. They got hot dogs. By the way, Carlos, can you check if we got any more questions before we start?
Yeah.
All right, you can look at it. If anybody did ask questions. But yeah, we're running a little light on questions. So if you have any that you want to ask us live, feel free to.
No more questions on the Discord.
All right, because we may have a show for an hour. That's fine because I got to go work in the morning, man. We got to make that money. All right. First question. Controversy.
Uh-oh.
This one comes to us from a chap with a very refined accent called Drunken Demon. So his first question is, what are your thoughts on Gran Turismo 7 receiving microtransactions after reviews went live? Will this be a trend? That's something Mob Hits asked us. He wants to know the same thing. So yeah, this is something that came to my attention. Gran Turismo went up, right? The reviews went up, and then after the fact, when the game was available to everybody, that's when they introduced the microtransactions. So reviewers never talked about microtransactions because they weren't even in there.
Interesting.
Crazy, right? That sounds shady.
That is.
Yeah.
That's
super shady.
Yeah. So Brian, I want to get your thoughts on this for no particular reason.
As the resident car enthusiast.
Yeah.
Why you gotta pick his question first? And
because listen, we go with the hottest, spiciest question first.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I also found this out as well because I thought the whole time I was like, okay, cool. Gran Turismo 7 comes out, everyone's talking about it, cool, and then I just hear microtransactions out of nowhere. I'm just like, like where? And then I heard that at some point they just turned them on. And I was like, it happened again. Because I'm sure it happened to some other game where it came out, reviews were out, and then they turned on the microtransactions afterwards. So yeah, I'm just seeing it now for the second time that I can recall. It may have happened like more times, but I've just not noticed. So yeah, I'm just really confused because this is just really odd. Because again, it happened again, and is this going to be a trend going forward where people just put reviews out without the microtransactions, and then later on they turn them on, and we have to deal with them? It just seems like a bamboozle.
What exactly are they microtransactioning? Like, are they saying like you can open up all
like
the cars,
parts.
Yeah, or you can open up all the cars or the parts like instantly, as opposed to just like playing the game as as the review suggested. Yeah,
From
You get credits.
from what I've seen,
Yeah.
it's just the credits,
which you can use. I'm assuming credits to buy in-game items, right?
yeah, so like the cars and stuff,
Yeah.
which makes sense. But it's just that as an idea where they just didn't tell us that until after launch, and it's like, it's like, why would you be trying to hide something like that? Like, surely when everything's live, and just say, hey, it's out there, like warts and all.
Brian, you know why they did this.
Well, they didn't want any of the backlash.
They didn't want the reviewers to be like, "Yo, what the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah. But I mean, to be honest, whatever from what it sounds like, the microtransactions don't seem that horrible.
Well, they buy credits so you could buy things in the game.
The Gran Turismo ever had microtransactions? Is this the first time?
I think the last one had it.
Yeah.
GT
Sport. Should be no surprise. It should be no surprise.
No, it's not. It's not that it shouldn't be so surprised, but it should be something that should have been put into the reviews.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, some sort of aspect of the game just mysteriously just showed up. Like even if it's not like an imposing like microtransaction, like the stupid shit from the Star Wars Battlefront. Like loot boxes and junk like that. You should let people know that the damn thing is there.
Yeah. Assyrian Air Force goes, are cars locked behind microtransactions? No, it's just microtransactions are where you use to buy in-game credits. That's it.
So in other words, if instead of having to do all the time trials to get a specific car, you could fast track yourself by paying extra money.
Well, I think it's more like instead of like grinding for points, you do this
grinding
instead.
for points, you get that instead. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't see that as that horrible, but again, it should be.
They should have been upfront. They should have been upfront about it.
Yeah, they shouldn't be like this. This almost looks shady at the way that the reason why they did it.
Almost. I'm gonna say it does look shady.
It does look shady.
Also, Adam, GT did have before with GT Sports, and the reason why I'm quite iffed about this is when they launched GT Sport, they said that it won't have microtransactions.
I remember.
And then they turned them on, I think it was like 6 months or like a year afterwards. So it's kind of like, you went from saying that, hey, the old game won't have microtransactions, and then you added in like 6 months after launch, and then now you're doing kind of the same thing but worse here. It's like, come on. Just doesn't feel nice.
No, it's super shady, dude. Completely agree with that. But yeah, the other part of the question is will this become a trend?
Kind of has become a trend with some studios where they literally put a last minute thing like that in.
And then I don't know if and I'm saying this as a reviewer, like, should we say something about this as reviewers? Like, yo, the fuck you guys doing? Because now we're looking stupid out here.
Whoever already did the review should just have an update. That's it.
Well,
I put updates. I said, update. They added microtransactions. Peace.
I mean, I don't know how many sites would be willing to go back.
Yeah, that's not something that really happens.
You just put it. They do it all the time. You just put it at the top. Just update time and date. This got fixed. Maybe there was a certain issue. I saw a lot of that with Valhalla.
Yeah, but the thing is, with this game, you can't just be like update microtransactions. You need a good paragraph at least explaining them.
What they turned it on? That's it. They turned.
No, but you need to explain the microtransactions. You need to explain what they do. You have to explain the pricing.
Oh no.
Like, that's a good 2 paragraphs you need to add into the shit. A lot of people aren't going to do that.
Like, surprise, they want the money.
Yeah, so it's fucked up, and that could even affect. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Once the review scores are out, that's it. But for some reviewers, that could affect their review scores. Another reason they want to tell people. Let's be real here. Like, maybe in this specific instance, I wouldn't. By the way, full disclosure, I was offered the game and I said nope. Not gonna do it. That's one of the things, because since I'm not technically a game reviewer anymore. I just pick what choose. I'm like, thank goodness I never have to review a racing game ever again. The only racing game I'll ever review is Burnout. If you give me a new Burnout, I'll review the fuck out of that. Racing games, I'm done with that shit. So I was like, no, we're good. But I would have said something. I would be like, yo, microtransactions. Come on, bro.
Question for you guys, since I can't seem to find it on Google. What's the price for this game? Is it like one of the $70 games, or is it like still $60 to $60?
That's a good question. Somebody look it up. So PlayStation.
It'd be quite funny if it was like one of the $70 games.
It probably is $70. I wouldn't.
Then it kind of just like puts a giant spike in the whole like, oh, $7 is worth it, because it means that they get to do more game and more
70.
quality.
70. There you go.
Fuck's sake. It's already been like a year and a bit, and we're already at that point now. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is why I didn't like the idea of them charging $70 for games, because then just pull this shit and we can't do anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm done.
You are doing something, Brian. You're voting with your wallet, and they'll notice. They'll notice when enough people don't, get it's a ruse, man. How can you? And I agree with you. How can you have something that's as predatory as microtransactions is, and not have it, included in the reviews? It should be. It's part of the game.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't think in this situation it's that predatory, because it's only allowing you to get the points to buy the stuff that's in the game. But the problem is, again, not telling anybody about this shit.
That's the problem.
It's like Fortnite was saying, essentially just putting the stuff out there, and then all of a sudden saying, hey, oh yeah, by the way, we got all this stuff that you can get out of here if you pay a bunch of money. It's like, no, why don't we know about this shit beforehand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just real quick, shout out to Mob Hits, who's in the chat. He just wants us, with this specific part of the question, he just wants us to, do we think Sony's going to do this with all their live games? Like, just kind of...
on the backlash. I'm sure they're going to get some backlash, and that'll
probably
just hinder them from trying to do it again. Try to be slick
what's
about
up, Carlos? What were you going to say?
Every time a lot of these companies do these microtransactions, they make it intentionally hard, for people to get the stuff that you can normally get when you play the game, through its
They make
paces.
it really grindy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's how they get you.
I can't talk too much about it, but there is a certain game that I'm reviewing.
Oh.
They included their own version of FIFA Ultimate Team with the card-based system and the packs, but they try to just make it a little easier for people. So not only do you see the packs, which you could do that in FIFA, but it actually shows you percentage of certain cards and types that you can get. They'll show you numbers. So it's like, hey, if you do buy this, there's an 80% chance you're going to get the following characters. And you'll see a list of them.
Adam, just careful, because I'm assuming it's an NDA game. Be careful with it.
Yeah, no, I didn't say anything. I'm just saying that is a good way of doing it if you're going to do it, because at least it's not just straight up loot box. Say, hey, we just want your money. You don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
So at least they're just saying, hey, there's a good.
So enough about moderation racers too.
That's a classic.
Yo, hold on, real quick, Piggy Dan, what's going on, brother? Thank you for joining us, man. Been a while. But yeah, no, it's pretty shady what's going on here, and I hope it doesn't become a trend. It's like, come on, because you're pulling it's shady. It's just shady.
You're pulling something along the lines of EA.
Yeah.
Again, we should if you have a feature that's in there, it should be known what it is.
Manny pulling a Cyberpunk.
Remember,
like reviewers only got to review the first couple of hours. The best parts of the game, the most polished parts of the game,
the PC versions.
Yeah, so exactly, on PC on top of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I always remember we all what's that? We got Brad, right? Famous YouTuber. He just plays games. He does reactions. He does consoles. They sent him a PC for just that.
Wow.
Just so he can do the fucking Cyberpunk. He even said it. He was like, I only play console, but they sent me a full PC so that I could keep it just to play this game. That right there was a red flag. So you couldn't just send me a console version.
Yeah, exactly.
Send him a whole damn PC.
it's further information, more information that they, proof that these people know what they're shipping out. Everybody knows, like, if any, all you guys, most of you guys in here do programming or work in computers in some fashion, right? When a product even is being shipped with certain types of bugs. What is it like? Bugs that are sort of negligible bugs, right? Like we knew it was there.
Yeah, manageable, right? I think that's what they call
Manageable
it.
bugs. Yeah, manageable bugs. So it's like it's something that's going to be there. But again, it's like.
And Tony, you've seen this when you get for a review and they'll say, "Oh, these are the following issues we're aware of." And sometimes that shit could be like a page long.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, yo, you have all these problems. This doesn't sound like it's ready to go. I remember there was one game with it was like, yeah, it may crash after pressing start. I'm sorry, people. That's an instant red flag. Don't release this. If you're saying that just pressing start could cause a crash.
Not final code.
Another quick question from Mob Hits, also related to this. Does this even more cement that the Gran Turismo franchise is dead? No, not really. It's not going to hurt it.
No, it doesn't really. It isn't really dead. But I feel like, Sony is, at least the new Sony is trying to make, for how much that it takes to make one of those crazy ass Gran Turismo games, because that dude takes so fucking long to, he's such an obsessive over. He's so obsessive over details. I can see why they would want to throw microtransactions to offset how much money it took to develop the fucking game.
Yeah, no, for sure. But no, I don't think the franchise is any danger. I mean, there are people still enjoying the game. They still like it. And microtransactions are unfortunately a thing we've gotten used to, so it's not going to hurt it in the end,
Yeah.
Did you ever see the tour? They did a tour. It was
I remember that.
Years ago. Yeah, and they show people programming sleeping under their desks.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was nuts.
It's crazy.
They even had a little space there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of common in a lot of Japanese developers.
They had a little
believe it or not.
space there.
Also, just Gran Turismo is not dead, but
no,
it's also worth noting that the racing franchises aren't as big as they used to be, and especially Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo used to carry a lot of weight back in the PlayStation 1 and 2 days, and it's dwindling down. But I think that's just more of a indicator on the racing genre more than anything. Yeah,
this is what happens when you don't have a new Burnout. That's what I'm saying. This is what happens, man. Because all we have left are these fucking sim games. These games are boring, man. We want some fun,
Well, that's where Horizon comes.
No, but even that's still too. I know it's not a sim game, but it ain't Burnout, man. I can't fucking crash cars and cause mass chaos. Like I was trying. That's when I stopped playing Horizon 4. I was like, because I'm trying hard at it. I'm crashing to everything. I can't. I'm like, this sucks. This is not. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, you can't crash those licensed cars. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, man, if EA is not going to use those IPs, then just sell them. Just
say, right.
Listen, who's interested in? We need some money. Some of our games have been flopping. We're not doing shit with these. Anybody want to give us a bill or something? Come on.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's move on. Next question.
Microsoft calls them up. Hey, you have that thing called Burnout. We want that.
Let's take that. We'll take a Dead Space and
we'll take one of these, one of them over there.
Yeah, one of these.
All right, man. Move on. What are we talking about? Oh, the other game, Horizon Forbidden West. All right.
Horizon.
Also, there's another one from Drunken Demon. Why has Sony stopped promoting Horizon Forbidden facial hair? There has been plenty of news on the early sales of Elden Ring. Has Forbidden West failed to meet sales expectations? Right. Sony is not touting. I didn't even think about this, but yes, Sony's not touting the success and the sales and any of that for Horizon Forbidden West, which is very interesting because this is like a high marquee game. You would assume it's selling like crazy, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. What do you guys make of that?
Yeah, I suspect that it's not doing as good as they expected it to do.
And that's why to do with Elden Ring being around that same time.
I mean,
it's not helping.
Yeah, it's not helping, because now no one's talking. I don't give a fuck what these guys on Twitter say. The guys who came after me, no one is talking about Horizon Forbidden West, and it's all Elden Ring now, you know? Gran Turismo came out, motherfuckers are still talking about Elden Ring, So, no, you're right, that Elden Ring has not helped it. And it's interesting because, think about it, this game is on 2 platforms. It should, and it's a marquee PlayStation IP. and it's not. It's like it just dropped off, and it's really good. Yeah, and just kind of just dropped off the face of the earth. You know, I know subjectively it's subjective. Like just people, you know, your Twitter timeline may be different than mine, obviously, but I'm not seeing it to that level. Obviously, there's a couple posts here and there, but not like Elden Ring. Elden Ring's everywhere. You know,
I feel like they're a lot of the narrative is just sort of fallen to the wayside in light of a lot of other things. You know, literally, Sony released two marquee titles not far from each other, and pretty much it seems like everybody's talking about Elden Ring.
Yeah, everyone's talking about Elden Ring and said, "Ain't that something?" You know. So yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, because usually after a week, you know, if this game would have sold 4 million, you know they would have said something. You know, they did that with The Last of Us. Oh, we sold 4 million. Oh my god. You know.
Yeah, they definitely would have said something, and this just. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a failure or it sold like garbage or anything, but it probably did not exceed expectations. And I'd be interested to see what the numbers are and comparing it to the original Horizon, considering that the original one had a lesser install base and it was only one platform, and this one is 2. But yeah, I don't think this is not great news. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm looking around right now. I don't know if I could trust this. I've never heard of it. Okay. Here we go.
Is it adamsinbox.com?
Right here. Yeah. No, it's not that. Okay, the gamer. You know, yeah, they're I guess reputable enough. What do they got this from Industry Biz. Okay, there we go. That's real reputable. Elden Ring is the biggest non-FIFA or Call of Duty launch since Red Dead 2, according to UK charts. Right?
Okay. Damn.
Elden Ring is the biggest UK video game launch since Call of Duty Vanguard, according to the latest digital and physical supplies by GSD. I don't know what that is. Its sales are 2.5 that of last week's big new release, PlayStation's Horizon Forbidden West. In fact, it's the biggest game launch outside of the Call of Duty and FIFA franchises since Red Dead 2 in October. Its week 1 sales are bigger than Cyberpunk and Valhalla. What about actual numbers here, though, man?
That has to be for the UK because
it is. You know, this is just UK. This is
UK, because FIFA doesn't hit the top charts in the US when it comes to game sales. Madden does.
Yeah. Here's the thing: they tell you like, oh, this sold X amount. It's like, what are the numbers though? You know.
Exactly. They didn't give the numbers. I was quite annoyed. And the reason why, well, I'm assuming that the reason why Drunken Demon brought this up as a question is that around January this year. So he put out a notice saying that the first game in total has sold 20 million copies.
Oh, wow.
So I would assume that they were gearing up and getting ready to like announce how much the second one makes. But again, it's just not happened yet. And usually when they don't do that, it means that something's up. You know, either it's not as good as I thought or the numbers aren't there, which is surprising if that's the case.
Yeah, and this is from the week beforehand. Horizon Forbidden West. This is also Game Industry Biz, by the way. Horizon Forbidden West was comfortably the #1 game in the UK box charts, according to the latest GfK figures. But again, they don't give us the numbers here.
Elden Ring is gonna break a lot of fucking records.
It is. So. Yeah,
it's just think about it. This game is the #1 stream game in Twitch the last since it's been out, essentially, and it is right now. And Steam numbers are super high. Everything, it looks like this is a mega hit, more than just okay, it's good for a Souls game. This is a mega hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's a question for all you, all related to this. Just curious. We always hear about these high numbers on Twitch views. Are these people? Do you think that these people actually own the game or just prefer to watch it?
They're just watching it, dude.
They just watch, so they're not buying the game. They're just watching others play it because they don't have it.
Yeah. But then the whole again, I use that as a metric to gauge the interest in something, because the more people that are watching something, then that says, okay, there's this many people out there that are interested in that as a product. So that's how I gauge those numbers. And
if you think about it, like those Twitch streamers are almost like 24-hour advertisement content. At some point, some of the people within their group is going to eventually pick up the game at some, preferably. I would think.
And then in terms of the Steam numbers, because it'd be really nice if Sony and Microsoft had like the same thing as Steam, where you can see how many people are playing what at what time. That'd be cool. It's currently at this moment in time it has the most concurrent players right now on Steam at 650,000 right now.
Whoa! Oh, wow.
Yeah. In comparison, Lost Ark has 612,000, and then the third highest is CSGO with 338,000. So roughly twice the amount as CSGO. And yeah, and then it's Dota and whatnot. But still, that's impressive. But it's not the highest peak of the day. The highest peak of the day is CSGO with, Jesus Christ, 963,000 people. But Elden Ring comes in at 944,000. So it's a lot of people.
Yeah, CS:GO people, they're a different breed, man. Those people, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, those numbers are crazy, but still, those Elden Ring numbers are really impressive. Just considering the type of genre it is, it's not a Call of Duty type of game. It's not a sports game. It's not a Fortnite free to play. It's a brutal fucking open world game that is pretty challenging.
Oh my gosh! Sorry, I have to say this. So Steam only shows like the top 10 initially, and then you scroll down and see like the rest. Guess what game is number 11? And keep note who is asking this question.
Brian and Cyberpunk.
Nope, not Cyberpunk.
Is it Gran Turismo?
Oh no, it's between two. I know, Brian. I know Killer Pigeon. It's between GTA 4 or God damn it, I forgot.
Warframe.
No,
it's not. It's not. Both of you guys are close.
It's a Witcher 3. There you go.
No.
God damn it. What is it?
What's the one game when mentioned it just sends me into a rage because of how high it sells?
Grand Theft Auto. I said it before.
No.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear it. Yeah.
Oh no, I said GTA 4 also.
Yeah.
No, GTA 5.
You said 4.
You said 4.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah, you're right.
Hell, you gotta be exact with that language, bruh. You know?
The two games are definitely different.
5?
So yeah, it is the 11th most players at this moment in time. It's GTA 5, followed by Wallpaper Engine.
What is Wallpaper Engine?
I don't know.
That's a game?
I don't know.
Or does it create wallpaper?
Steam, man.
Ghost Simulator was on that top 10 for a long time when it came out. I was like, Ghost Simulator, really?
Oh wait, is that the Valve game? The one that's supposed to be Aperture? No, it's not that.
No, that's Aperture Desk Job.
Okay.
By the way, I got distracted by something, and
I
I may need to sideline the show right now.
Okay.
So
what they do, Ray?
So Paris sent me this. I need to play this on air. I need to play this on there because I got to see what's.
Do you have his permission?
No. I mean, he didn't. You know, it's on Twitter. It's public. Everybody's looking at this.
Oh, gotcha.
So apparently, a doctor is in the ER operating on someone, and he's doing console war bullshit. I gotta play this. I'm gonna put it over here so everybody can hear it. Hold on, let's play this shit. Can you guys hear this? Hold on.
Not yet.
Hold on.
If you put it on the computer, we can shoot it from there.
I hear like crashing stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's he looking at there?
I just hear like noises.
It's not gonna work that way.
No, it's not gonna work.
If you put it up just on your end.
But what's the console stuff? Okay, because this is what the person says above it. It goes, hold on. I hope the medical association sees it. Hold on. So apparently, here I am after inducing. This is the guy mocking the doctor. Here I am after inducing anesthesia, intubation, and putting a patient on controlled mechanical ventilation for a life or whatever, slandering my identity to slander Xbox. I don't understand what happened. So how do I put this on here? How do we? Adam,
just like you bring up on a tab. We put up YouTube on one of your tabs and do like the share screen, but just pump the audio from there.
I don't understand what's console stuff about this. It was all for console BS. A grown ass man that's a doctor posting a video for console war BS while a patient is being operated on the same room. Is disgusting and sad.
Now, wait. Now, here's the question. I've had a bunch of surgeries, these people, they talk. The nurses and doctors, they talk.
Yeah.
I mean, when under one of my eye surgery, they were talking about music, and I heard some of it. So I mean, people talk. I don't see the issue there.
No, but I mean, like, but are you supposed to be posting a patient's things on social media?
Oh, he was posting on social media.
Yeah, this was a video.
How did he do it though? If he's in surgery, if his hands are performing,
somebody filming him?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He was filming himself as like a. Oh, you can't
like a
see
TikTok video or something?
Yeah. You can see it right there. See, it's a video.
The doctor or the
there's the doctor, right? And there's the team it's the doctor doing this shit.
Oh, wait a
minute. And he's posting the patient's credentials.
Yeah, that's not cool. Yeah,
that's very weird.
Yeah, this is not
he's
just
recording he's recording an operation. Yeah.
Unless they got the consent of the patient beforehand.
Yeah.
Well,
this
here's
is pretty illegal.
The medical consent is only for educational purposes. That's to train new doctors and stuff and medical students. It's not for shit posting on social media. So that's not what you sign a consent for.
Then that makes you wonder, what if it was a student, like you said, they can't go in the room, so they're doing it virtual, and that's something that he was responding to where people were talking, and then one of the students recorded and posted. So like, let's say
I think I get this now. So basically, so the first post is from the actual doctor himself, right? Okay. So this is actually, so what I read for you before is actually real. He goes, "Here I am after inducing anesthesia, blah blah blah, slandering my identity, profession, because you Xbots can't argue facts." So he's posting this for console war shit. I guess Xbox like, "You're not a real doctor. You're not a real doctor." So he posted himself doing his job or whatever. But it's like, bro,
dude, yeah.
Wow.
Well, then there's other issues going on with him mentally if he feels the need to do that. Like, why did...
Okay, so that's what it was. So the video was him showing his job. It's like, but you just showed the patient's credentials and shit, dude. Oh,
yeah. You can see the patient's face?
No, you can't, but you see his papers, his condition and all that,
So he screwed up. He screwed up,
yeah. This is what I tell people. You can't be taking this shit so seriously, man. All this, you're going to get, this dude potentially get himself fired because of console war shit. Think about how dumb that is, His family, like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I had to derail the show for that. That's fucking crazy. Remember, Manny, we were talking about this yesterday. Motherfuckers make a mountain out of molehills out of nothing in this fucking app. It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's move on here. Speaking of, Manny, you're muted. There you are.
Me and Tony were talking about this yesterday. It's like, if people were as passionate about real things as they are about their stupid hobbies, I mean, some shit would get. We wouldn't have it.
We wouldn't have all kinds of shit. We have peace.
Exactly. If everybody was all so dead set about a lot of this stuff, maybe some real shit would happen. Instead, we got a bunch of dopes trying to justify their fucking purchases. Who the fuck cares? Listen, it's a distraction. You go off, it distracts you from the day, distracts you from all the different things you do. That shit doesn't need to work its way onto your fucking job. You don't need to be showing anybody, to prove anything. Whatever.
Yeah.
Again, if people dedicated this kind of stuff to their craft, we'd have a rock star table tennis too.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's fucking insane.
That's one of the first things I'm doing.
That's why I tweeted about that yesterday. I'm like, if people put like half as much energy into actually important things as to unimportant shit,
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, go
ahead. That right there is disgusting because
it is like, disgusting. Yeah,
your person puts their life in a doctor's fucking hands, and they're gonna be posting your bullshit, posting your shit all over the fucking net. Fucking fire that asshole.
Yeah, fire this dude.
That's what I mean. This is not a guy working a 9-to-5 job. You're a surgeon.
Yeah. Jesus. All for console war shit. Just to prove, I am a doctor. Fuck you, Xbox. Who gives a shit what they say? You don't know these people. They're just digital numbers. They don't exist. And
imagine something happened to that guy on the table.
Yeah.
And you're in a malpractice suit. this is going to come back to haunt you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
He just fucked up his whole family right now. How's your kids gonna eat now, bro? You know, fucking dumbasses, man. All for social media. You know, all for console wars. You know, stupid. All right, let's go on before I get more mad. Moving on, but thankfully we got another question from a very handsome fella named Romudeth. So his question is, over the weekend, a Ubisoft developer openly criticized and mocked Elden Ring's UX, the user interface. Do you think this was unprofessional? I think it was super unprofessional.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, just some context, because it gets deeper. Right? Ubisoft guy's talking shit. He's like, oh, the user interface is all fucked up, blah, blah, blah. Then Horizon Forbidden Dawn guys got in there. They're like, yeah, it's shit. So we had a couple of developers talking shit. I'm like, this kind of looks a little salty right now.
Tony, it's my turn now.
I know Forbidden West. I know I fucked up,
Was this private?
Huh?
Was it private? Was it like a back and forth?
No, it was
public.
public.
This was on Twitter.
Yeah.
This is public.
No. If it's their own opinion, then
but that's
Adam. There's a difference, bro.
Man.
Like it looks bad,
Of course, yeah, it could look bad.
Well,
but, free speech and their own views, their own.
No, it has nothing to do with that. If you go on the internet talking some smack about your people in your industry, that is totally unprofessional. Even if you have that opinion, and even if you do think that this isn't right, like it doesn't look right.
You keep that shit quiet. Like you talk to your boys, but you don't put that on social media.
No.
You know how many journalists I think are fucking scumbags? I don't talk about this shit publicly.
Yeah, but he's not calling people out by name. He didn't say developer.
He said the company.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
He said FromSoftware. He said Elden Ring.
No, that's different. I'm talking about an actual a developer, a person.
Adam, come on. Now you're getting too granular with it, man.
I'm not. I don't see a big deal.
No,
I don't see the big deal.
That's
totally
super unprofessional.
You do not. He doesn't like it, and that's his opinion. He don't like it.
No, he said I'm going to read because he didn't just say I don't like it. He said this was bad. This was terrible. He said, what were you guys smoking when you came up with this shit?
Well, if he's saying all that other shit, that's different. I thought he just said reasons why he didn't like it. I didn't know he got to get vulgar about the whole thing. Yeah, there's a difference. You could just say, hey, listen, I don't like it because I had this problem.
No, it's not that. That's not what he said. And then the other Guerrilla Games people dogpiled. They added, oh yeah, the graphics suck. This sucks. Like,
did he make this graphic? What is this?
They thought it was a private chat. I don't know.
No, it wasn't. It was on Twitter. It was on Twitter.
I know. Maybe he just.
No, he was just talking. Listen, this is the way it just appeared. It appeared like he was salty because his game ain't selling as much as this one, And I'm like, that's pretty funny, coming from a Valhalla developer. All right, bro, you shouldn't be talking shit,
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is like, and I always notice this sort of thing, and I don't know what it is, but this is weird, like, where a lot of Western developers will really rag on Japanese shit.
Yeah.
Like, hardcore. Like, I could get it, it's like, but you're all in the same fucking industry.
No, exactly.
The same shit, the same thing still applies. Were you going to talk some smack about the other guy in the West too? No.
It's a good point. Not. Yeah.
And also, if you're confident in your product, you wouldn't be like, it's like productive people don't count other people's money. Like, you are looking at the success of Elden Ring and you decided to just like take a stab at it because you're pissed off that your game didn't sell that well. And it just looks bad. It's a pile of salt. You're a professional in the industry. You're not just some rando. It's not some random guy complaining, oh, I don't like Elden Ring's UX. Okay. But you're the UX developer for Ubisoft, and you're like, oh, this UX is terrible. And then Guerrilla Games guys get in on it, the quest line is bad, and blah, blah, blah. Get out of here. It's like, you think that's going to help your sales doing that shit?
Yeah, so check this out. This is what he said. Let me read what he said. So Elden, and he does the hashtag and everything, right?
Oh, wow.
Elden, so he's not trying to keep it private. He obviously, Elden Ring's UX is so bad that I can only imagine FromSoftware developers smoking at their desks and using CRT monitors. That's the first thing he said. He goes, the fact that Elden Ring, again, hashtag Elden Ring with everything, scored a 97 Metacritic is proof that reviewers don't give a flaming poop about game UX. My life is a lie. and then you had other developers jump in there. You know,
yeah.
Horizon Forbidden West developers coming in there.
You guys, you've played both those games, so
yeah.
Do you have an issue with it?
No, it's fine, but again, we're not really talking about that's not the issue here. We're just talking about is a professional to do this shit.
No, I know. I'm just saying, is it really as bad as he's saying?
No, he's bugging. He's bugging. You know, he's just upset because his game ain't selling as well. You know, I'm just being real right now. You know,
the UI isn't a problem in this game.
This is fine. You know,
no, it's fine. The conveyance is fine. The quest lines are fine. Like this is just sour grapes.
It is sour grapes, yeah. Copium,
I'm guessing that after that debacle, someone went on Photoshop and Photoshopped this thing that put on screen at the moment, which is the Elden Ring UI if made by Ubisoft.
Oh shit, that's right.
It's just a cluttered mess.
Yeah, it's just everything on screen at the same time. You know, like there's quest markers, there's like a level up thing on the bottom right, there's like a quest log as well, there's a mini map, you know, enemies detected, you know, it's like, press X to activate tarnish sense.
Maybe it was something deeper. Maybe he has a deeper hatred.
He didn't work there. He couldn't work at a Japanese developer, you know.
I mean, he could work at a Japanese developer.
Is he Japanese?
He's not. He's I think he's Arab.
Yeah. But you're right. This picture right here is what the game would look like with a Ubisoft if Ubisoft had its hands on it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's like that's a situation of the pot calling the kettle black. You know, you gotta have your shit got to be amazing if you're gonna be saying that stuff. But again, you shouldn't be saying that shit. You shouldn't be calling out other people in the industry.
Well, also
for this stuff.
I mean, there's a way to phrase this, right?
Yeah, he could have done it.
I thought he was just critical based off of a professional.
You're a professional. You could.
This is what I would.
Yeah, but you saw what he said. Yes. These guys are smoking. You know.
Yes. He's insulting the FromSoftware developers. Like that's not how you phrase it. You could say like, "Hey, your UX could be a little better. Maybe if you move this here, you did that." You give suggestions. You give constructive criticism, but you don't. You don't smear the other developers because you feel like, oh, we should have had that success. That's what this seems like.
Yeah, it's I mean, if it was like, I don't know, I try to figure out what the line here is, and like if someone criticizes, let's say one developer criticizes another developer for, let's say, the Cyberpunk issue, I wonder, is that justified?
How you say it, I think this is delivery. He could have criticized them without being so petty about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We could do a whole segment when social media goes wrong.
Right.
And then with the other doctor posts and shit.
I'll say another thing. I'm not gonna give this guy as much flack because he's not a representative like of the company in the way that Phil Spencer. He's just a fucking asshole with a job.
But here's the thing, Carlos. They told us this at Nintendo. They said we're all representatives of the company. When you do something embarrassing or you do something unprofessional, it hurts the company. We were definitely told this.
Like you said, look at the memes they're doing now. Or Ubisoft, if they did this, it was like, yo, the hires probably don't even know this motherfucker's name. You know, everything's like
they will now.
Even at Rockstar, they said that. And Rockstar's a Western studio. I know Nintendo's a Japanese place, and they had that. They instilled that in us. But Rockstar even said it. It's like, hey, you represent the company. You go out and do something stupid that hurts us. So it's true for everyone. It's true for every studio everywhere. So it looks bad. It looks bad in the company. That comes back around. Especially if people get pissed off, they're going to go back to Ubisoft and how you hire these unprofessional assholes. Look what this guy's saying online. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm not too. To me, it's just some asshole. You know, there's a lot of assholes with a lot of jobs.
But he does represent the company, though, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we say a lot of stuff, and we represent our companies, and it's not like.
Yes,
we're not openly calling out other people like that. That's a difference.
Yeah, we're not talking about our.
We do call out people.
Not like this, you know.
No.
Not like this guy. It's a different, whole other level, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's something called professional courtesy.
Exactly,
Carlos.
Yeah.
You know,
this is why I don't openly mock other journalists like that. You know, I don't think highly of Jason Schreier, but I'm not going to say what I really think about the guy on social media. There's a difference, you know.
He's only said nice things about
you have said it on the
You
podcast.
shouldn't have to say
Not like that. Not you guys have not. I got because I gotta maintain that. You know. Although I'm pretty sure people know what I think about the guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, and obviously I did say some shit years ago, obviously, but now where I'm at, I gotta chill. You know, and I think that's the best way of approaching things. You got to be professional. You got to take the high road. You know, obviously you're gonna not think highly of people because there are some fucking assholes in whatever industry, but you got to do it in a respectful way. You know, you could do it with it. That guy could say whatever he wants off air. Go ham, go nuts, say they're fucking bitches, whatever, right? I get that, but it just looks bad. It makes it look really shady, especially after Elden Ring selling so much and Ubisoft games are kind of floundering. So yeah, it's not good. It's not a good look at all.
I understand you guys are looking at it from the context of just video games. I guess the way I'm looking at it is, it's like there's so many fucking assholes on Twitter. Like Tony talks about it every day.
Yeah.
And they all work for someone, and it's like there's just
but this is gaming media.
It's just some random asshole who's talking shit. That's how
this ain't no random asshole. This is a Ubisoft developer.
That's
who cares,
man? Hundreds. That's the thing. He's not
thousands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but still, he represents the company. And again, a lot of us here represent our respective companies, and so to see this type of shit going on, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, imagine if we did some shit like that, we'd be fired instantly. You know?
Yeah, you don't want again, we don't like it just because he might be the 100th asshole who works on a Ubisoft game doesn't mean a damn thing, especially if he's openly bashing another product.
Yeah.
That doesn't fly, man. That's his thing. As much as you see see people talking smack, you don't see about people in the industry specifically singling out other companies for their problems unless they did something specifically wrong.
Yeah, like Cyberpunk, like people did single them out, but even then you never saw them. Oh, these guys were smoking crack or whatever. You
didn't hear a bunch of developers jumping on top of those guys saying how much their shit was broken and all this other stuff, right? You saw it was literally the public that was doing it and whatever media that was out there.
But did he take any of these things down, or are they still up?
Oh, he apparently protected. Yeah, they're still up, but apparently he protected his tweets. So yeah, not a good look, man. Not a good look. Yeah, you already know.
Do you remember?
Go ahead, Brian. What's your thoughts on this, man?
I guess I'm kind of like in between, like you guys and Carlos, in that, yeah, I think the main thing that got to me about what was said was was the framing of it.
Yeah.
And how he put across what he said. Because essentially, what he said, it doesn't feel like professional criticism. It feels like personal.
Yes.
To him.
Yes, exactly. That's the difference.
And that's the
definitely
that's the difference.
That's again to me. It's like, I can understand if he said something along the lines. Again, this is what Tony said about Cyberpunk. It's like, why don't they have the road arrows things for when they're directing you? Because it's in the game and it's there when it's racing, and plus it makes sense given the context of Cyberpunk. That's fully professional. It's saying, hey, this feature makes more sense for these reasons. End of. Whereas this just seems like there's nothing professional about it, and there's nothing to do with the actual game. It just seems like he's upset about something, and he's taking it out on this.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in his feelings.
If he wasn't a developer for any company, this would just be another person ranting.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah, but he is.
Yeah.
You see?
He obviously didn't think about the repercussions of what he had said. He probably should have chosen a better way to express this, and a more professional way to express this, rather than saying this shit is trash. Ubisoft. What is it? FromSoftware was smoking. And then there's another thing, saying From Software is smoking. That's an insult to Japanese people because weed is illegal there. It's a jailable offense over there. So you're saying they're a bunch of fucking criminals.
Paul McCartney went to jail over there because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like there's two things, two smacks in the faces right there. Obviously, he probably doesn't know this about Japan, but
I think when he said smoking, it's like they're smoking in front of a CRT, which means the vision was blurry or whatever. I think that's what he really meant.
Or they were old, they're old-fashioned.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, very unprofessional.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You should have probably chosen a better way of saying that. There's good ways to say these sorts of things.
You can say the same thing. It's just how you phrase it exactly.
Yeah.
You know. And I'm not a fan of Jason Schreier. See, there you go. That's how you do it. All right, man. Moving on here. What are we up to?
And apparently he ain't a fan of you.
He blocked my ass.
He blocked you.
He blocked my ass.
For no reason.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right, man. Oh, well, I was critical of him mocking, making fun of Paris. I'm like, really? You're singling Paris out?
It was doing the chair thing, right?
Yeah, it was during the chair
game. Yeah, because he gets a little piffy when it comes to people he doesn't consider as journalists.
Yeah.
That motherfucker don't see Paris as a journalist.
Yeah, of course. See, again, what you guys say about Jason Schreier, you go right ahead. I just have to say, I have to phrase things a little differently, but yeah, I don't disagree with the panel. That's all I'll say about that. Okay, what are we on right now? Mob hits. Mob hits.
All
right.
Always them bits.
Okay, so
hits and bits. Look at that, Carlos.
Let's go. Yeah, he's dropping them tonight too, man. First question here. Okay, with so many game studios as engines being under Microsoft effectively, can Microsoft use these engines or the technology to make something that rivals Unreal Engine 5?
To be honest, they could offer some sort of engine to do something. And like at least when they get with if they decide to go with more studios, they do have a lot of choices as to what engines they go. But the thing is that would Microsoft pull an EA and essentially have make their own engine that goes through all their different studios?
And that's exactly where I was going to take this. I'm like, I don't want them to do this. I would hate if Microsoft imposes a single engine on all these developers. No. We saw what happened with EA. Do not do that at all.
And then it would hurt their relationship that they have already with Epic and dealing with.
Yeah. Let developers use the engines they're comfortable with, and that's it. Don't fuck around.
Definitely.
Actually, you know what? Why do you need an engine to rival Unreal Engine when you could just use Unreal Engine?
Well, I feel like I also feel like there's also the portion of it where you could literally Microsoft could have an engine that that they license out and stuff like that. But I don't think they would do something like that.
No. You don't need to. Dude, you don't need to.
They already announced the coalition one.
The coalition.
They already said that the new Gears is going to be running
on the new Unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, leave that shit alone. All right, man. It's a simple one. We'll move on here. Next question. Am I even ready? What the fuck? Here we go. All right, this one is also from Mr. Mob Hits. All right, do modern games have any inherent replay value and not something extra you got to pay for? It's a good question because, I would say for me, most modern games don't have replay value just because they're so long. I don't want to replay them again. After like 100, 200 hours, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So for me, the games I play at least, like, no, Division, I'm not replaying. I'm still playing it.
I'm saying,
you're crazy.
I've already done it.
You've already done it, yeah.
And that's over 60, 70 hours each one, and I'm not even done with it. I finished them, but now we're actually cleaning up, the busy work, side missions, and all that other shit.
Yeah. What about you guys? Are games less replayable now?
I've never really, me, I'm the one and done player. So, I get everything I can, and then I don't usually look back. It's a very rare occasion if I ever go back to play, to fully go back to play a game. But I think partially it's game length.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like Manny as well. I rarely replay anything. Usually when I'm done with the game, I'm done with the game.
Where the the one ways I would I think Metal Gear 2 was a short enough game where I could play it over and over again. But again, That's a different era.
Those games don't exist anymore.
Those games are like 6-hour, 7-hour games, right? 10-hour games, you know?
Yeah. Back in those days, I used to replay them all the time because you could replay them. They were nice and short, but now they're so long. It's like, I'm good, you know?
And those were, and also those are the only games we could afford back in the day. It's just one game.
Yeah.
I replayed Black Flag 3 times.
No, I only played that once. I've never played a single Ubisoft game, or not Ubisoft. I've never played a single Assassin's Creed game more than once because they're too long, you know?
Let me see what else.
And the first one, I just didn't want to replay that again. I was like, I'm good.
I did that one 2 times fully. Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm replaying Hardline now. That was awesome. That's not that long, though. That's
yeah, but like again, even games like Ghost of Tsushima, love that game. I'll never replay that. It's too long, you know. Horizon, the first one's Zero Dawn, great game. I'm good. Never playing that again. Forbidden West, I'm not going to replay that again. It's two games. It's too long.
Yeah, it's too long. Yeah, I agree.
Too long.
And time. We're constrained on time too.
Yeah, we are.
We're older and stuff.
I'm probably going to be playing Elden Ring for the rest of the year at this rate. You know,
you're going to play it at my speed.
Exactly, Manny speed. You know,
by the time you play it, or maybe it'll be by the time I actually get finished near, and if I play it.
Yeah. And then obviously, if a game comes around that I need to review, then it's like Elden Ring gets put on the back burner. Because I did burn through Horizon Forbidden West pretty fast. 2 weekends though, because for learn I can't really play during the week. You know.
I mean, you did well, man. You got yourself the platinum and everything.
Yeah, it was good. 3 weeks. 3 weekends basically. You know. All right, we'll move on here. What are we up to now? I think, okay, a couple of these questions here, we've answered in the past. Like Mob Hits asked, if you could eliminate one gaming genre, what would it be? We all said, no, we don't eliminate genres around here. They all have a right to exist. Logic Wins asked, what game stayed with you the longest? We've answered that in the past as well. And Assyrian Air Force asked, what games were released at bad times? We already said games like Mad Max and Adam's
Forbidden West.
It's a Titanfall 2.
Add one to the list.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm going to do now is because we just have a couple of interesting questions, I should say, from a chap named Eurocar, but we'll save those for last. So we got a couple of leftover questions from a couple weeks ago that I'm going to inject in here. Oh,
okay.
Good
thinking.
Yeah. Get some good. Yeah, because these were asked. I don't know when the hell these were asked, but it was like, we needed specific type of questions, and these were not related to the topic at hand, so we kind of bumped them off. So we'll start here with Black Metal Gamer.
Oh, black.
All right. What gaming rumors annoyed you the most? For example, the Switch Pro or Silent Hill rumors. So what were the stupidest rumors?
The Metal Gear one, the one that constantly keeps coming back.
Yeah,
out.
that one's stupid.
The Konami's working on some new Metal Gear game, and they got
Silent
2 in it. Yeah, that and the Silent Hill game. Kojima coming back to do Silent Hills.
Yeah. Anything Kojima and Konami related have been annoying.
Well, yeah, exactly. We got the fucking holy grail of Kojima rumors with the fucking blue box bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
That one was a dumb rumor.
Not only was it bad because it's a bad rumor, but because people I consider friends, even were propagating this bullshit.
Yeah. Some fans that we're not gonna name,
Order.
They were all about that life.
Yeah,
man. So many DMs that I got with this conspiracy theories, man.
Yeah, I know. Same here. It's ridiculous. But that's the only one that really comes to mind. That's for like super annoying, and they just don't stop. Or obviously, Microsoft's buying Sega. Like, all right, stop with the bullshit.
Microsoft buying Sega.
Could it be annoying that there's rumors on a game that you actually want them to have? Like, for example, Splinter Cell. Like, I'm annoyed that there's rumors about the game, but it never comes out.
Yeah, that's annoying. RDNA 2 bullshit all over the time, like says Shaq. Oh man. Yeah. Again, one of the problems with this industry or community, I should say, is like how much rumors feed things. How much speculation feeds things. That's why I'm so kind of adamant against speculation on this podcast. Everybody does it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Konami ones Kojima ones have been like the most annoying in the recent years for sure. Anybody else have any other annoying rumors that never seem to go away?
It's well, like you said, he mentioned it before. That whole Nintendo Switch Pro, I'm just over it. They keep saying, "Oh, there's gonna be something." Oh, well, now we know. I don't give a shit.
You're done
at this point. I don't care if it happens. It happens. I don't even care.
Yeah. So are we going from they gotta have something, they gotta have nothing?
Gotta have nothing.
They might have nothing.
Well, what's more important for them is having the games. Like, who cares if you have a Switch Pro and it looks good on?
Exactly. It's going to look like crap, all the old games on it. No, no thanks. I don't care.
It's going to run the Mario Kart map pack, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe map pack pretty well.
Oh, my God.
All right, man. We'll move on. Next question here. This one is also from Black Metal Gamer. Okay. What other ridiculous merch would you like to see Xbox make since they had body wash in a mini fridge? Okay.
Well, they also had that bodysuit.
Yeah.
I always wanted the bodysuit, and we never got it. That actually just.
So you want that from Xbox to come out with a bodysuit?
They did it. They did it in Australia. It was like a jumpsuit.
There wasn't Aaron Greenberg wearing that onesie
and it had
shit?
like the logo in it. I was like, oh, and you could put your gamer tag on the back. I was like, that's dope.
Yeah.
But we never got it.
That's crazy. Hey, Brett, what's up, man?
Call up Aaron.
Finally made it.
No.
Welcome.
So yeah, Brett, what other ridiculous merchandise do you want to see Xbox come out with? You know, they had the fridge, they had the onesie, they had the pillow. I think they had a pillow. What else do you want to see them to come out with?
I didn't know that. Give me half a second.
All right. Anybody else?
The Xbox Domakun. You know what that Domakun is? It's that body pillow that the Japanese usually have a little anime girl on.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So you make an Xbox like that. Like you make like a giant cube that you could blow up on your Xbox.
Yeah, I call that thing the horny pillow.
Yeah, it's called like a Damakun or something like that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. If your wife
on
on there,
Spencer.
If you go in the store now, I mean, they got shirts, sweaters, hats, much, all the traditional keychains, all kinds of shot glasses. So they already got a lot of that type of shit. So
they got merch.
Yeah, they got merch.
They got merch.
We got that merch.
They got dogs.
By the way, so when I was Phil Spencer, still to this day, and it's funny because I just did it this year. The tweet I'm most proud of is one where I go, "This is what Master Chief looks like under his helmet." I just have a picture of Phil Spencer. Genius. Oh man, Xbox boxers, yeah, right. Xboxers.
There you go.
Xboxers.
Yeah. It's shaped like as a controller, because the controller has the thing. Just have the control pad on your. No?
And it's like, oh, I want to play my 3-stick here.
Oh boy,
the left one, not the right one.
On the back, of the market there, man.
On the back, it has the thumbsticks and the other ones.
Well, I mean, they should do also how they have the site to customize controllers, customize your boxers.
Yeah, there you go. Mob hits gets Xbox condoms. What would it be? Press X to enter or something?
No, I like where that's going. Xbox lingerie, triple Xbox.
Triple Xbox. There you go.
I don't know if they go that far. If it was triple Xbox.
Yeah, triple Xbox. Unless if they had a promotion with Vin Diesel,
Vin Diesel.
This is my new mover.
I mean, you have great branding right there. You saw one called the Duke, and then
there you go.
You call one the Duke.
Yeah, right there you go.
That was after the first original controller. Yeah,
good stuff. All right, next question. Who was this from? One Subset. I believe he's in the chat. I think he might. Yeah, what's up? What's up? All right. Chris is playing Elden Ring, so don't mind him.
Elden Ring.
Sorry.
He goes, I came across Throwdown through its affiliation with Gamertag Radio. Very cool. Very cool. Shout out to Danny and Paris and Pete. All right. What video game or video game genre did you become interested in due to its association with something else? Interesting. He goes, for example, liking Ninja Gaiden, then finding out Ryo Hayabusa is in a fighting game called Dead or Alive. That's a good question.
We're old enough to remember that Ryu Hayabusa had an original game.
Yeah, he had the original Ninja Gaiden.
He was before Dead or Alive.
So yeah, what game got like?
I had a spin-off.
Yeah, go ahead. So yeah, that's a good question. Like, but it's like, what game got you into another game or genre because of its affiliation? You know,
that is an interesting question.
because obviously there has been like a bunch of crossovers and stuff. You know,
I mean, well, I guess I don't know. Maybe I would say if I go way back, if I think of like something like Mario or Mario Kart, like I would have thought of playing a kart racing game, and that got me into it. So it was connected with the Mario universe, and I liked those characters. I was like, oh, this might be fun, and I ended up really enjoying it. Besides that, I wouldn't have played it. I never owned a Super Nintendo, so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good I mean, like Captain Commando. I never played any of his games, but I would like to, just because I saw him in the Marvel vs. Capcom game. You know.
Oh, you never played Captain or Commando on Super Nintendo? Okay.
Nope, never played it. I want to though. You know. I'm pretty sure I have it in one of those collections or something. You know.
It's in one of the recent collections.
Yeah.
They put it in there.
Black Viet goes, yo, I came here from Gamertag Radio the year you had Paris on around September 2000. Yeah, we had him on for episode 300, you know?
Yep.
And he's been here ever since. That's awesome.
Woo.
Good stuff. What's up?
I could say that not quite directly affiliated, but after playing Tony Hawk and enjoying it so much, it's the only reason I gave Jet Grand Radio a chance. Glad I did.
No, you answered the question correctly. Yep, that's a good association, kind of.
Well,
you know?
isn't just for the sake that Tony Hawk was in a video game that I got into skating games?
Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Dave Mirra also.
Yeah. Yeah, those are both great associations. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you would call that genre other than maybe skating game, but
Sports
I don't know,
action.
man. What's that?
Like sports action or something like that. Maybe?
Extreme sports is what they would call it with the X Games when they had BMX inline, skateboarding. It was all under that.
Table tennis.
Luging for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say like I wasn't playing a whole lot of games like that, but really thinking about it, I'm like, I don't think that genre existed.
Well, I mean, you could say Skate or Die is sort of that. Yeah,
that's true. Skate or Die, that was the thing. Actually, that was the game that started it all, I want to say, because back in the day, I used to fucking love that game, and I think that's what got me to give Tony Hawk a chance. Think of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's
Killer
sort
Bees
of
come after you.
it's sort of like you know, like that in California games, sort of like Tony Hawk was like the next evolution of that sort of type of title, you know, like a skateboarding title.
God, that was the most frustrating fucking game. California games, god damn.
Yeah.
Bringing pro skaters, actual pros, and merchandise and companies all into a game. It made it real. It made it legit. Everybody needs to go check that out.
It was a lifestyle.
Pro skater, yeah. Check out. There was that the documentary that came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, they got the remake, which is fucking fantastic.
Awesome. My game of the year.
I will never get tired of Elden Ring memes. Just saying.
Oh,
I saw another one. So it's a picture of Walter White, like in like the back of a car, and he's like yelling. He's like, "Hank, stop! You're not obligated to fight the tree sentinel, Hank."
That's one of my favorite things about From games is their
memes.
memeability.
Yes.
It's gonna be around for years.
It's crazy. I love it. Love it. All right. Moving on here. Do I have the next question ready? Yes, I do.
No.
Black Mage. All right.
Black.
Should Sony? Ooh, Brett, I'm glad you're here for this one. All right. Should Sony invest heavily into VR this generation in order to continue competing as a top console gaming company? It's kind of interesting. Oh, by the way, remember this question was asked way before PSVR 2 was announced. You know?
Oh, okay.
Because remember, these are leftover questions. I don't think investing in VR is going to make they're already at the top. It's not going to make them more at the top. They're already there, and I don't think VR.
I don't know, Tony. It may make them an actual legitimate game company because I don't think they are right now.
What do you mean?
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay, but yeah, I don't think
you can tell this is my sarcastic voice.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to help them or anything. Like VR still, like obviously, PSVR was bigger than a lot of us expected. Even Sony, let's be real here, but it's not something that's going to move consoles. You know,
not anymore. I think they honestly missed their chance, man. There was a moment where VR was a hot fucking topic.
Yeah, and Sony capitalized. Theirs was the best-selling VR headset. You know,
they capitalized, but they didn't deliver. They could have cultivated a market while it was kind of a hot thing. Honestly, I kind of feel like the opportunity. coming from a big VR enthusiast, I feel like that opportunity is slowly passing us by.
I think so.
You have those people that like VR, but other than that, like the interest in it is definitely waning. The hotness of the topic is going away, and each day that it does that, it gets harder to kind of promote to the general public. I think now we've kind of passed a point where people are like, "Hey, VR," and they're like, "Yeah, I heard VR is a thing. It's not very good." We've now had it been placed firmly in the zeitgeist of VR is a thing. It just kind of sucks, but I have a friend who kind of likes it, and I don't know.
Yeah. We're talking about VR in general, and I agree 100%. I don't think Sony could have done any better than this. I think they did what they could have, just like every other company did. Interest was there for a little bit. Now it's just kind of waning. But at the same time, I don't think VR gaming is ever going to go away. I don't think it's going to. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to probably go down and then just.
It's going to be the
there.
future, but now it's going to be a quiet come into the future kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I disagree that Sony couldn't have done anything about it. Sony had the ability to move the needle on a project like that if they had committed, but they didn't.
But they did. Again, we argued about this last time.
No, they delivered. There's a difference between delivering and committing. Right? No, like
but,
we talk about.
So you don't wait. So you don't think releasing new VR games almost on a monthly basis that's not commitment?
I don't think their advertising and marketing were up to par on VR now.
Oh no, Sony in general has sucked.
VR commercial.
Yeah.
I have not seen.
I've seen it, but you're right. In general, this is a problem Sony has had forever, almost 2 decades. Their advertising is absolutely fucking terrible, absolutely terrible. But they have released. This is not the Vita. They've released.
No. I'm not saying it's Vita. I'm being very clear with that. This is not the Vita. All I'm saying is that Sony is a company that is big and powerful enough to get this kind of idea to the masses and make it acceptable. They chose not to, and there's not necessarily anything wrong with that.
But they had the best-selling VR unit.
Yeah, they did, but
I don't know what else it could. I think what really is here is just the demand for VR wasn't there. Sony could have done maybe theoretically better. It still wouldn't have been enough. I don't think the interest is there. You know,
I'm saying you made a really good video game but didn't advertise it. And like, yeah, maybe there isn't a whole lot of interest.
Like how much? Look, I'm just talking about VR in general right now. How much advertising in Half-Life Alyx had? That game was fucking everywhere. It didn't really move the needle, and apparently this was the game. I think it's just the interest in the technology isn't there yet. I don't think it's like a Sony thing or a Meta thing or a Valve thing. It's just people kind of like, you know. I think that's what it is.
VR is what it is. People, people know what VR is. It's hard to, and there's a lack of like multiple killer apps for it.
Yeah,
I think that's a big one. But like, do we know what VR is? Like,
yeah, as a technology.
I know as a concept, as an abstract, yes, but like.
No, wait, but exists. We know what it is physically. We know what it actually objectively is. You know?
Yeah, but when you imagine it, what do you imagine? It kind of sucking, right?
But I don't have to imagine. I've tried VR. I know what it is.
No,
I know.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to make my point here. I think I'm just going to give up on this one.
Yeah. Listen, I think you already said it. It's waning, and it's going to probably settle somewhere, and that's that. You know. It's just not there yet, man. It's not there.
It's always going to be here. It's always going to be, around. It's a technology that's not going to go away. It's just,
Yeah.
Sorry, I just meant to throw that in. Finish.
No, go ahead. I was pretty much done with my point.
Yeah. Sony. I wanted to say it like this: Sony is a big enough and powerful enough company that they could have drummed up more interest in an exclusive console technology that they own. They are the video game company, the most powerful, influential video game company on the fucking planet. Are you telling me they couldn't have drummed up a little bit of interest for VR if they had actually committed to it?
They could have. I give you this. They could have tried, but I don't think it would have worked. I think it's like when they were trying to sell us Jar Jar Binks. You can sell us Jar Jar Binks all you want. People just don't care. You know,
people don't care about VR until they try it, though, man. Like, or until you've piqued their interest about it, because people have an idea of what they think they know what VR is.
But Brett, it's like saying, do you think the Coca-Cola company is going to advertise this random fucking soda other than more than Coca-Cola, or at least to the same level as the Coca-Cola? And the answer is no, because they know what they're good at and they know what sells the most. and everything they do it calculative. It's a fucking toe dip, like we always mention. They never they're not capable because they can't. They are who they are. They're not.
Yeah. Also, just to add to your point, Brett. Yeah, like as you said, if you get this into people's hands or get them interested, let's see what VR. But the thing is, and again, I'm speaking from my experience. Okay, you try VR, and then what do you say to yourself? Oh, this is a fucking gimmick. That's what people are gonna see.
Because it sucked at the moment. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you would have, if you could have made a better working model and gotten it out there, I think it would have changed things. I mean, how many of us bought an Xbox or Halo because we tried it at a mall kiosk or something?
Yeah, no, that would have helped too. But again, this is none of these particularly sold a lot, and Sony was the best selling one, so they obviously did something right. Maybe it was the price point. It probably was the price point. Let's be real, but they had the most successful one, so you can't really ask too much of a technology that people, generally speaking, don't care about. Generally speaking,
I think it's the opposite, Tony. I think it's that all of the things that they sold, all the units they sold, show that people are interested in the basic technology. They just didn't push it. People, the only reason they sold those wasn't necessarily the price point. It was because people were interested in the technology, and this was an opportunity to take part in that technology. I'm sure the price helped, but you're not going to just buy something because it's cheap. You're going to buy something because it's cheap and you're interested in it.
Oh yeah, so obviously, but then those people that bought it, sorry to cut you off, they were like, they probably didn't recommend it to their friends because it was like, it's a fucking gimmick, whatever.
Yeah, because it's not being hugely supported. I have one and I wouldn't recommend it to my friends because it wasn't hugely supported.
Yeah. All right. I agree with you. It wasn't hugely supported, but how much more support could you throw on something that is just kind of just tepid?
Dude, so much. You could,
but like Carlos said, why would Coca-Cola invest in some kind of off-brand thing when they could just invest in the real thing?
We're not talking about should. We're talking about could.
Yeah. Okay. But again, I don't think the interest was there. There is interest, obviously, but not to that level. Again, because when you play VR, I've played a bunch of VR games. They're all fucking gimmicky, all of them. None of them feel like actual real video games.
Yeah, you can't play a regular first-person video game also in VR. That's fucking stupid. You should have launched. VR shouldn't be a technology until you can do that.
Yeah, like they tried. I'm talking about everybody. At this point, I'm talking about all the VR companies.
Everybody.
No, I know, and they're doing well. The problem is the VR companies are having kind of the same problem.
Yeah, they all are.
They threw out a product that wasn't fully baked, got that in the public's eye, and now the public thinks that that's what this is. And I guarantee you, this is not its final form. But now you're going to have a real tough time convincing people of that.
I am not a person that would openly challenge journalist Mr. Tony Polanco here, but
yeah,
and I don't know. I'm just asking.
Okay.
Has PSVR sold more than Oculus?
Yeah, it has because it's cheaper.
Well, no, I mean I say
yeah. PSVR Oculus is still the best selling one. Oh wait, hold on. You're talking about the new Oculus, right?
No, I'm just talking about Oculus in general. I don't know if they compare it.
Well, the last time I checked, maybe something changed in the last years. It's possible it has because I know Oculus Rift. It's not called Oculus Rift, it's just Oculus now. Oculus Quest, it did sell a lot last year. So maybe it has outsold it. But I'm talking about the last time I checked, which was probably 2 years ago, which is admittedly a long time ago. PSVR was the best selling one. But yeah, last year, late last year, I think it was a sales. The Quest blew the fuck up. Also because the price point was good. But
at all.
I don't know if they haven't. They could have.
Have you seen a TV show, radio spot, banner?
Nobody watches TV or any of these things.
No, that's kind of my point.
Yeah.
So, like, you as the average consumer, nobody told you about this. This information isn't coming to your ears through advertising. It's, do I have a friend that does this, or am I an enthusiast? And those are the only things driving these sales.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. But again, I'm also, and remember, I live in New York City, ads everywhere. I am always surprised when I see a video game ad because they're rare, You see movies and all this other shit, but I'm like, oh, is that a video game ad?
Okay, as somebody who watches TV with ads because I'm a cheap son of a bitch.
Yeah.
They're on all the time, dude. video game commercials are on all the
Yeah,
fucking time.
yeah.
Especially Sony. PlayStation commercials are all
Interesting.
over the fucking place.
Yeah. By the way, I'm glad you said, because I do not watch TV with ads or TV in general. So whenever someone shows me like a TV, I'm like, that's on TV? Really? They show video games on TV? Like, it blows my mind away, you know?
Especially, well, it depends on where you look too. Like, they know their market. If you say, like, if you pop on Adult Swim, you won't go 2 hours without seeing a PlayStation ad.
Yeah, you know, even back when you did watch Adult Swim, they always used to put video game commercials on Adult Swim.
Yeah, that's true. Not as much.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure for definitely in during Walking Dead or any of those other things.
I don't remember seeing any.
The
nuke. You know, but yeah, you know, VR. Yeah, here's the thing. And this is the last thing, because I don't want to talk about VR anymore. Because you said you got to show people the potential, and I think that's great. But a lot of people, and I'm talking about myself right now, don't care about the potential. They're looking at it. What can I get now? What is this doing right now? And right now, the shit ain't it. You know, like, potential is great. That's fantastic. But I don't care about that. What is it doing right now? You know, and VR is just whack all around. PlayStation, whatever. You know.
Have you done for me lately?
The nuke.
And I don't disagree with you, Tony.
Yeah.
But like my point is, your perception of what that is how old? A year? 2 years?
Yeah, for sure. It's probably outdated. I'll be honest. You know, technology moves fast. But from what I've played, you know, VR is fucking gimmick shit. You know.
And that's my point right there. Is you as the average consumer, or even a journalist or whatever. If that is the message that's stuck in your head, somebody failed somewhere along the lines.
Yeah, no, I agree. But it is interesting, though. You know, this might be a little too insider baseball. The people who I work with who are not really that gamery, right, gamer-centric, they think VR is cool. They're like, oh, Oculus is cool. I get to play Flight Simulator. This is really cool. The gamers on this side are like, this is fucking stupid.
until they actually play Flight Simulator and it gets all like slow and boring.
Yeah, no, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the non-gaming people, they think it's cool, you know. But then the gamers are like, what the fuck is this shit, you know?
Well, there's not the hurdle of the control. The controller is a huge, intimidating hurdle for normies. I don't know what you fucking call people who don't play video games, but they look at the controller and they're just like, nah, I can't do that. That's way too complicated.
Definitely mudbloods.
Whereas for us, it's like hardwired into us.
Yeah, because my thing is, like, if I could just put a headset on, no wires, and a controller, I'm good to go. You know, I like it because the specific VR controllers, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You know,
dude, my dad took one look at the Nintendo 64 controller and quit video gaming. I am not even kidding. He played video games with me on an NES and Super NES all the way up to the N64, and quote. He didn't play it because it had, quote, too many buttons.
Yeah, well, Nintendo 64 and control in general was bad, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing in general, though. If you grew up with gaming, right, you kind of, you start with 2 buttons, at least for the Nintendo people. Obviously, the Atari people just had a joystick and 1 button. But, okay, let's start with that. You had a joystick and 1 button. Then you had 2 buttons and a D-pad and, start and select. Then you had 4 buttons and a face. So we gradually worked our way up there. Imagine if you've never played a single video game in your life and you get a 20-button controller. You're like, what the fuck is that shit? You know? Like, we were like frogs, like that are being heated up slowly. We were just used to it. Meanwhile, people who are normies, they're just being thrown into the boiling water, And that, yeah, exactly. All right, move on here. Last 2 questions, which are just, I'm going to call these troll questions from Mr. Eurocar. But they're fun.
I doubt they're troll questions. I've talked to them.
Yeah. All right. First one here. Can someone help me beat the abandoned dungeon boss? Chris, Brett, can you help Eurocar out?
I asked that question before.
I cannot. Thank you. No,
I asked Brett earlier today, and he offered his services, but I realized that I was too low a level.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna decided to grind instead.
Well, yeah. I mean, Carl's just ask. I'll help you.
Have you done it, Chris, by the way?
The abandoned dungeon, I don't remember that one.
It's a dungeon in Caelid where there's a fucking what's that thing called? That red poison thing that if you walk on it.
And it has the rot.
The rot.
Scarlet
rot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a place with a scarlet rot, and at the end you fight like 2 knights. That's the boss.
You know, it's funny that in a Souls game that doesn't narrow it down. You know, it's full of poison and has these knights in it. Sorry, bro, you're gonna have to be more specific than that.
Well, the literal name is called Abandoned Dungeon, so I guess that's
okay.
what I can do.
Well, yeah, no, I'll help you, man. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
I'm sure we can help the guy out, but from what I heard, he was trying to go to Caelid, like level 25.
Oh
crazy.
yeah, Caelid is insane.
But that's a Souls game. They're like, hey, you want to go? You're like, is this where I'm supposed to be? The game's like, I don't know. I mean, definitely not, but I'm not going to tell you that.
Oh man! All right, and last question here. With Carlos, handsome guy, taking his trip to New York City this month, how do you think he should handle his Elden Ring withdrawals? Should he just not worry about the game for a month? Should he take his PS5 to New York? Is remote play still a thing? Just looking out for my mans.
Memes.
Yeah. So what do you do? Should he take his PS5 with him?
Yeah, bring it.
Yeah, but memes are going to be your friend. I mean, it's just hearing about the game. They'll get you through.
Yeah,
like I'm not even kidding. Like, but aside from playing Souls games, one of my favorite things is just reading the fucking memes, like Tony said.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring your PS5. Just because we'll probably still be playing this game, so you'll have plenty of help. In a month, we'll all be beefy. I'll have my tour booth up.
Well,
Chris, that's I've been waiting for that since day one, and I'm like, damn, I guess I gotta actually play this game if I need to wait for Chris to get his employees in check, go through the protocols, get the secret recipe.
Yeah, this place is huge. It'll take me a while.
We're still mapping out routes, talking to Sherpas.
I put up a video from a body video that's actually a really good route on to get some power.
Yeah.
Man's not even playing the game and
jumping.
Hey man, I have an interest in it, and I watched that Vati video guy's stuff. I'm waiting for him to do his lore videos. But
Vati's the best.
Yeah, he's good at that. Yeah.
So I'm just every so often I see he puts up a new thing. So I saw that thing and I was like that. Also, did you guys find guts in
Oh in yeah, I saw a guy that I was summoned into someone's he was fighting Godric, and he summoned me and another guy, and the other guy had the fucking guts armor. He had the sword and everything. I'm like, oh, it's fucking guts. There's a character in there who literally is like guts with a wolf head, and it's in that place where you learn that snap move, where you get the snap ability.
Wait, you mean Blade the Wolf Knight? You mean that guy?
he's pretty much guts.
Yeah, I got the sword. I found the Guts' sword, but I think I found a hand ballista. I think that's what he has in the
hand ballista is crazy.
Yeah.
Did you know that the prisoner mask is an homage to Berserk as well? To Griffin's mask?
Oh yeah, when he was that's right.
But yeah, man, I'm really enjoying this game, and it sucks. Like, it's one of the bittersweet things. Like, I'm gonna have to stop playing it, and then everyone's gonna finish the game and move on to the division.
Oh, man. I wish.
No, we're gonna keep playing. Yeah, man. We're still gonna be playing.
I wish.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Death Stranding all over again.
Oh shit.
Or Red Dead Redemption 2 all over again.
Nah, well, I mean, this like you're not gonna get left behind because you can always say, "Hey, I need some help," and we'll just help you.
Yeah, that's it.
Dude. Literally, we've played every Souls game until the next Souls game came out. That's how this community rolls. It's not gonna not be a thing.
Yeah. So you don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, no, you'll be good. And at the rate I'm playing, I'm probably not going to be further than you are, so you'll be all right,
Well, the community
I'm putting in work.
Yeah.
Okay.
The community moves forward as a whole. It's weird. It's like this weird kind of lurching organism, right? Like I've noticed right now, everybody's asking for help. Nobody's giving it. If you drop your summon sign, immediately picked up, like so fast that people are fighting over it. You gotta be quick on top of the thing. When you go to summon help, there's very little options there, which kind of shows me the community itself is still crashing against these walls and trying to move forward. When you come back in a month, a lot of the community, well, a good portion of the community will have pushed past that and started rolling backwards to both help and invade. So it's right now everybody's focused on gearing up, figuring out the game, learning the landmarks, everything like that. And then as soon as they understand that, they're going to come back and either help or hurt you. So shit's going to get more interesting.
This got real.
I know this game better let me connect to Chris because it hasn't been able to the last couple of days. Like,
dude, the servers have been getting hammered.
Yeah,
it is insane. I think Earth is just playing this game right now.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let the fanboys hear that shit though.
Is it? Can I say this? Is it hyperbole, or are we like distant enough in time to say that this is the best Souls game, bar none?
Well, I need to finish it first.
Yeah, it's a contender. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's a contender for sure. I mean, it has the most polished combat out of the Souls game. I mean, if you exclude like Bloodborne, and I exclude Sekiro because that was like totally different. But this is the most polished. I said Dark Souls 3 was. This takes the cake for combat.
I was talking to Brett earlier, and I'm like, yo, I'm at the top of a fucking hill. Like, it's a huge-ass fucking hill. And I'm looking down, and there's fog below me. And then below that, you can see, like, inklings of fucking... of trees and vegetation. And I'm like, I can fucking go there. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It just feels weird in a Souls game. It feels weird in any game. Most games don't even do this.
Yeah, you know what did it though, Carlos? Breath of the Wild.
That shit had Bigfoot, had Predator, and it was the same thing. It's like, I see a mountain all the way out there. Let me get a helicopter.
I still couldn't beat the Predator. We tried at it.
Yeah. All right. I think we're done here, man. So let us plug some stuff. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go for Carlos and Manny. We got something to plug around here. So we did a spoiler cast for The Batman, which is up on the Coalition's YouTube, the Coalition with a K. Very good chat. Manny, again, I apologize halfway through. Like, oh, shit, we forgot to invite Manny. But I like the way you pretty much, without anyone telling you what to do, you summed up everything we had said in the previous 40 minutes into like 10 minutes. That was fantastic. Literally every single point we brought up, you did in like 10 minutes. It was fucking genius, And that was good. So, yeah, go enjoy that. We were also joined by Richard Bailey Jr., Dana Abercrombie, and my unofficial cousin, Mr. Joey Polanco. Very good discussion. And once again, Dana was very upset at me because I didn't enthusiastically love the movie. But I'm like, I liked it. What more do you want from me? What more do you want from me? But yeah, go see Batman. It's a good movie. Good movie.
It's a good movie.
Also, it's been like over 24 hours, and my initial impression hasn't changed. So, if anybody wants my ranking, my top 3 Batman movies now, live action, obviously, because you ain't topping Master of the Phantasms, is Dark Knight, right? Batman Begins, and then this one. Those are my top 3. Very good. That's movie.
Respectable.
Yeah, and I don't count the Snyder ones. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if that's good or not. I'm like, man, that's a high ranking, and then I'm like thinking about all the other Batman movies, and I'm like, actually, I'm not sure.
Yeah. But yeah, go check out the discussion. It was really good. So that's that on my end. Manny, do you have anything else you want to plug?
Yes, I have. Well, obviously, I've been talking about the Transformers cover that I did for Beast Wars, but I also have another thing which is going to be coming up on Tuesday. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles podcast. I'm going to be talking with talking with somebody about my time on the Ninja Turtles show. I can't remember what the podcast's name is fully. Oh, actually, here we go. The Turtle Tracks podcast I'm going to be on. It's on SoundCloud. And nice. I'm not exactly sure when that's going to show up, but stay tuned on my Twitter. But yeah, I'm just going to be talking about my time working on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoons and all that good stuff. Funny thing is that the person that's going to be interviewing me is actually the same person that I did the artwork for the Inverse article about the oral history of Wolverine.
Nice.
So he saw that I worked on the show, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, I run this podcast." I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, you know."
That's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, that piece you did for that Wolverine thing was really cool.
Thanks.
I'll ask you off air, even though because I'm interested. I'm like, how did you select the pieces? All right. Adam, you have anything to plug?
We should have probably tomorrow, if all works out with the timing, another episode of I Am Negan to cover the final season of Walking Dead, season 11, episode 12. So far, so good.
Nuke.
You see, you get people confused.
Yeah, it's the wrong show.
They're like, wrong show.
I like to throw riddles.
Yeah, which is ironic because then when we do cover Fear the Walking Dead with Chaz and Nuke, Carlos is not part of that show.
He talks about Nuke.
It wasn't part of the contract. That wasn't. You didn't want to pay more. I'm like, I wanted a higher salary. You're like, regulated to one show.
It's on your price. So we're doing that. So that's I Am Negan. It's on iTunes, Spotify, Coalition, of course.
Coalition.
That's it. So we should have that out. So if you're into Walking Dead, you're still following it. That we're still doing it. We're covering it. So check it out.
Make sure to ask me about this right after the show. And by the way, Richard saw the episode and he has thoughts.
Oh, controversial thoughts.
It might be controversial.
Oh man! All right, so that is it for us. So make sure you follow Throwdown on Twitch and Twitter. Go to Discord. Mob Hits will supply you with all the rumors he could find wherever he finds them. You could also find us on any podcast app by searching for Throwdown Show. And if you visit throwdownshow.com, you could check out all the past episodes in your ears. Those are the audio tracks right there. And if you have been watching us on YouTube and you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of when our premieres go up. That's Monday and Fridays at 10:45 p.m. Eastern. And for everything else, links are down below. Once again, I was your host, Tony Polanco. And tonight, I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you next time.
Chris Seeley.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Carlos Romero.
Brett, I'm sorry about your gear. I learned my lesson.
Uh-oh. All right, Adam Vale.
Yeah, man. Have a good week, everybody.
Brett Murdoch.
Some motherfucker got a surprise hat.
Ooh.
Peace.
And, of course, Brian Manjoma.
So the question is, who's going to get to the crip walking grannies first in Elden Ring?
The what?
I didn't know about this.
Walking grannies.
Oh God.
What?
I guess that no one's found them yet. Okay,
No,
cool.
not yet.
Have fun with that.
All right, people. We'll see you on Thursday. We're not too scared by Elden Ring. Later.
Peace.
I did find Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, shit.